For this section, we're going to do a couple different things. We're gonna fit the transom, and this can be kind of tricky. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up. You can cut like 4 or 5 of these small, maybe even 6 small pieces, and then also we're going to take a couple long ones. Not quite as long as the ones that we did before, but let's do like maybe 2 or 3 of these like medium to long pieces of tape. We'll pull those off to the side. We may not use all of them, but at least we'll have them ready. And that's going to be what we're going to do is we're going to fit this transom in right here, and we need to bring it in a little bit tighter, as you can see. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use the alignment pins. Now you'll see that the transom is going to go right there, and you see that cut is going to be the bevel cut on the bottom is going to go right along that same angle. Okay, so for starters, what I want you to do is just put a small hole down in the corner. Let's see that. So hard to see. Maybe I'll move this a little closer. There we go. So right where the number is, for me, I've got a number right there on the corner. I'm going to make a hole with the alignment pin about, you know, maybe like 3/16 back or an eighth back from the corner. And I'm just going to go ahead and push it through, just like I did on the other one. And I'm going to angle it so it's straight with the boat, right? I'm not going to angle it in like the bow, but I'm going to angle it straight in like that, and then I'm going to push it through. Twist, 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 twist. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. So now I got one pin here, and then I'm going to put another pin on the other side, on that bottom side. Okay. And same thing again. You want the pins to be straight in, because that's going to go into the transom, and it's going to hold that transom in place. Okay. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. This one's a lefty for me. I have to spin it around. All the way through. And you're going to back it off, you know, so just the point is sticking out. Okay. So you guys can see that there. Just the point here, and that'll grab on, and then in a minute we can start to align them. So on this one, get it in place, and then just like on the other one, just like on the other piece that we did, the center frame, you're going to make a hole. And again, the goal of this is not, it's not a piece that's going to the goal of this piece is not to hold the piece itself. It's not like something that's going to hold it, but it's going to be something that it comes back to, right? It's going to be something that it finds when the glue is on, and it's going to hold it in place so it doesn't slip out later. Okay, there's one side. I'm going to pull that out, and you see I've got a hole now in there. And now we're going to do the other side. Make sure the alignment looks good. Everything's straight. Okay, get everything cleaned up and look good. Put my transom in place, where it's going to go, where it's going to live forever. And then I'm going to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Make sure it's straight across the bottom here. You can use the card to line it up. And then once you got it in place, then you can wiggle, 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 and just make a nice little hole there. I'm kind of twisting it with my fingers. Again, you don't want to, this is not to hold it forever. It's just to kind of keep it in place, okay? There, okay? And then now I'm gonna pull it out. So I got a little hole on that side as well. Okay. So here we go. First things first, what we're gonna do is we're going to, at your house, you should make sure that you don't get any glue on anything, but we're gonna put a bead of glue down each side. 1, 2. Also, make sure, just like you did before, make sure before you do the glue that you get the bevel in the right place. I'm just spreading this out a little bit with my finger. Wiping it off with a rag. Okay, I'm gonna sit that down there for now, and then I'll lift this side up. I'm gonna glue here on that side, and I'm gonna glue here on that side. Just a thin bead, like, I don't know if you can see, but that's basically what it is. And I can even it out a little bit on the other side of that pin, and then nice and straight. Okay. All right, now the fun stuff. So what we're gonna do is we are going to put this thing in place on one side. Okay, find my pinhole, there it is, feel it. Okay, I'm gonna take one of these pieces of tape, put it across the top, and see how tricky this is? It's kind of crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna get my tape wrapped in, get it close, and then I'm going to pull it together. You should be able to find those holes. And then once it's pretty close, wrap my tape up. Start to bring it in closer. Oh, take this up. Okay, so it's kind of messy, not ideal, but I got one side in now. My tape in my hand, pulling it closer, wrapping it down. Okay. A little bit better now. The other side's in. I'm gonna start to bring that tape. I'm gonna grab another one, another long one. Remember, we got 3 of these. I'm gonna tape over the same thing and start to bring it in even closer. There, the top one's tight now. And now I'll work into the bottom and try and get that bottom piece lined up. There it is, it's in place now. I'm squeezing. And I'm gonna tape across the bottom again. Oh. I lost my pin. tweaked out somehow. There it is. Okay, I'm going to readjust my tape now. Okay, that's a good start. Whoa. Okay. So I'm going to need more tape. Okay, once I've got the bottom in, then I can come over on the top and do the same thing and pull it in. Okay. So with the top one, what we're going to do is we're going to take some clips. We're going to clip that piece into place there. And then also here. Move them out to the end so it's in the right place on the outside of the, so it's flush on the back. And then put the clip in. You guys see that? So it comes right up to the back. Like that. Okay. It's got a little bit of a tweak in it. The dimension is kind of weird. Shape is a little weird, but it should be okay. Try and straighten it out the best you can. Oh yeah. Then add these pieces of tape on the outside to keep it flush, right? And to keep it not from sliding in. Okay, I'm going to do another piece on the bottom because it seems like it's spreading on the bottom. Tape is, we can use as much as we can. You know, you use the tools that you've got with you. So tape is fine. So if it seems like there's a little gap here, oops. Trying to get that side in. You can do that. And do the same thing from the other side. I got to put that clip back in. And I'm also going to tape this side here. Okay. All right. So the shape is coming in. Okay. I'm just going to keep working it. Just keep pulling the tape in. Seems to be pretty stable. I'm going to loop it again under the bottom. This side I'm going to pull from, it seems like pulling from the side where the gap is most helpful. Loop it around. Visit this top side here. Check and see how we're doing. Looks pretty good overall. That's it. All right. So, transom's in place. We've got the clamps in. We can check the bottom, make sure that it's aligned well. And yeah, everything looks good. All right. Great job.